I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. We've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. Our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days. Then, if rates go up, your rate stays locked. But if rates go down, your rate drops. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
Good evening, Metal Faithful. It is I, your host, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich. And joining me tonight is my co-host, as he has been for many previous weeks. He just did a show with me last night on Punisher Season 2. He's the man that asks. He does not beg the question, as I was told, but he does ask, why be a honky when you can be funky? Ladies and gentlemen, he's about to get up in that ass with some Beast in Black. It's Jesse Starcher. How do you do, sir?
We are on the eve right now of Valentine's Day, Mark Radulich. I know I don't have to tell you that.
Speaking of getting up in that ass.
You've got a wife, and I know you're a rather romantic man when you want to be, I'm sure.
Speaking of getting up in that ass.
So let me tell you a little bit. Let me move that right along. I have a friend on Facebook, big WWE fan. As a matter of fact, she's a manager in our local wrestling here in Lanford, and she is sharing right now some great WWE Valentines. Okay.
All
right. So the first one is Sami Zayn, and it says, "Valentine, let me be the underdog in your underpants." Happy Valentine's Day. Now, wait. It gets better, all right? Then we have
it can't get much worse.
One crazy-looking Dean Ambrose. And he says, "This isn't a wacky line. I want you to be my Valentine." All right? Okay. But here's the best one by far. And this will probably be the best she posts out of all of these. And it's Mark Henry. And he's about to whip your ass. And it says, "Somebody gonna get they cheek kissed, because that's what I do." Happy Valentine's Day. Somebody gonna get the cheek kissed.
I'm going to give my wife a card. It says Brock Lesnar on it. It says, "Let me take your ass to Suplex City. Happy Valentine's Day." That's romantic as shit right there.
Suplex that ass.
So if people are wondering, like, hey, what happened to last week's Metal Hammer of Doom? All right, so let me do some housekeeping right at the top of the show here.
Housekeeping? You want me to jerk you off?
No, controversial. And then we'll get all up in that ass with the Beast in Black. Yep, that. We have found our running gag for the evening.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. That will be repeated.
You'll cry out for a hearer, all right. Oh boy. Anywho, we were supposed to do Bring Me the Horizon last week, and there was a couple of reasons why we didn't do it. One, I really didn't know anything about the band. When I saw what was being released that particular week to do on the show, that one looked like the most popular of those bands. It looked like the most interesting, and I figured I'd give it a chance. I like my little emo, a little hardcore, a little screamo. I like the bands that end up on the Pop Goes Punk, or Crunk, or Acoustic, or whatever. Pop Goes Pop, Punk Goes Pop, that sort of thing. So I figured, all right, how bad could this possibly be? Well, look, I'm not going to say Bring Me the Horizon, their new album, is bad. Obviously, people liked it a lot. I mean, I was actually doing some reading on it, and it got very high reviews. It got high marks across the board. Here's the problem. You hear, like, Mantra, which is actually I really like. I liked Mantra. Then you would hear the next song, and it sounded like you'd be at the club, disco dancing. and then you'd hear another metal song, and then you're back in the club, disco dancing. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it didn't sound cohesive to me. It sounded like somebody decided to just tape, internet radio, and a bunch of random shit was playing. Like, none of it felt cohesive. None of it felt like it came from one band or one band's vision. It was all over the fucking road. And I thought, okay, I don't have the time tonight to do a podcast because I had to watch Pan's Labyrinth for On Trial. And so if I force myself to review this album, it's going to come across like two old codgers just ripping it to shreds. Going, I don't understand the music of today. What's with these kids? This is clearly not for me. This is clearly for another generation. We even joked about bringing Jesse's daughter on the show because I think she would have appreciated it much more than we do. Isn't that right, Jesse?
Yeah, she probably would have had a lot more to add than us sitting there being curmudgeons about why the hell is this on the Metal Hammer of Doom.
So we figured, look, it's one thing to like listen to like a Judas Priest album and go, "Oh, this is shit. This is garbage." Because Judas Priest, we know, is a metal band, and some of their stuff is great, some of the stuff not so much. So if we rip into that, that's one thing. It's not like this isn't about not ripping into things. If you've heard the show enough, you know that we do plenty of that. This is more of we don't understand it, and to me, that's not fair. It's more of I don't really understand this kind of music. I can't be a good judge of what's good or what's bad. I just know I don't like it, and that to me doesn't make for a very interesting show. So, for the first time in a long time, we canceled the Metal Hammer of Doom for a week. And we did other things. Jesse, what did you do with your time? Did you spank it with a thumb up your ass like you like to do?
Yeah, sure. I think me and the wife sat down and watched the show, if I remember right. Or, dude, one of two things happens. We either watch TV or she goes to bed and I stay up and play Minecraft. Okay. That is excitement.
No,
ladies and
very
gentlemen.
romantic.
So. Oh yes.
Did your wife do? When you didn't have a podcast, was your wife like, shit, I actually have to hang out with him now, like my wife does?
No. I think she's excited. She's genuinely excited. Although she gets used to going to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So because I'm down here doing this thing, she's going to bed, and then when she realizes, oh hey, I have the opportunity to stay up, it's kind of tough for her to stay up past that time. So she's usually going to bed anyway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like she doesn't want to hang out with me. It's more of like she's got. I mean, between the sleep apnea and the night sweats and all of the other wonderfulness that is sleeping with a guy, which is why I can't cheat on my wife because who else would put up with this shit? She likes to go to bed several hours before I do. She likes the fact that I podcast into the late hours because then she can sleep solidly in a bed by herself. Your wife, similar thing?
Yes. When I come into the bed, she's right there in the middle. It's like, hey, all right, I'm here. You're going to have to give me some space.
Right.
Let me lay down and go to sleep.
So from 9 to like 11 o'clock, that 2 hours is the best sleep they have in the night. And we come in and fuck it up, pig face.
Fuck it up.
Fuck it up. That's the name of the game. That's every husband's fucking mantra. Fuck it up, big face.
Yeah. Mantra.
Mantra, take me home, I trust you. Mantra, take me home. Is this the place where I belong? So I read to my kids every night, right? I read them a story.
Okay.
I don't know if you know about these 5-minute bedtime stories. They usually come in anthologies.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like 5-minute Star Wars stories, 5-minute Marvel stories, that kind of shit, right?
Yep.
We have a whole bunch of those, so I usually read from those. I'll read Dr. Seuss. We have the little golden deal books, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, little golden books.
Yeah, I read those. Lately, like, I used to just, do, like, very, like, over-the-top dramatic readings. My daughter got real sick of that and told me to knock it off. So now instead, you know how, like, on a podcast, I'll just go off in another direction because something I said, like, inspired me to go in that direction?
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm all over the road with references and whatever my ADD mind takes me.
Oh, yes.
I do the same thing when I read stories to them.
Oh, very nice.
So I'll be reading it. Like tonight we read I Can Read With My Eyes Shut by Dr. Seuss. You ever read that one? I
know that one. Yep.
Yeah, so like I'll be reading it and like they'll say something and I'll just burst into song like an old man. Dude.
That's very similar to what you do on here.
Yeah. About the same thing, right?
Oh, yes.
Dude,
Absolutely.
my fucking daughter hates it though. She does. She's like, dude, knock it the fuck off.
She better get used to it because that is what a father's job is. As daughters get older, we are going to do everything that we can to embarrass them. I mean, there's so many stories that I could tell you that I've done. I've got a buddy of mine who one time got sick of his daughter's shit and went outside in his tighty whities, yelled at her to come home. Outside in fucking underwear because she would not come home, and he went to the end of the driveway in his little suburban neighborhood and was yelling for her to come home. It was the greatest thing I've ever heard, and trust me, that's perfect. On the list.
Nobody in the neighborhood called CPI that night. They were just like, nope, it's fine, we know what he's doing.
So great. So great. Speaking of reading, I just real quick I want to throw out there, I did something that I don't know, makes me kind of proud and makes me kind of like almost ashamed. My son.
Did you read Mein Kampf?
No, no, sir, not that bad.
Okay.
So what we've been doing is, he's got to read for 25 minutes every night.
Did he read Mein Kampf?
No, Mark Radulich. Instead, though, I took him upstairs. They're called Marvel Essentials. All right, and I don't know if you've ever seen these, but they're like really thick, and they're all black and white reprints of comics. Well, I gave him Punisher Volume 2.
Wow.
And I said, why don't you just go ahead and read a little bit here, and I'll kind of read along with you. Now, granted, it's not as mature as you think. It's a Marvel comic, for Pete's sake, but and it came out in 1987. But it was neat to actually sit there and listen to him try and read. He got through about 3 or 4 pages, and I thought, well, I don't think he's ever sat down and read comics. So that right there is the first time I've ever got to see him read a comic. And, of course, there were some big-ass words in there that he was pulling off pretty good. So he was impressing me. Organization, stuff like that. So, yeah, I got to have my son read me Punisher #1 of the Unlimited series back in 1987.
Outstanding. All right, I know what everyone came here for. They came to get all up in that ass with the Beast in Black. So here we go. Mm-hmm. The Beast in Black is a Finnish heavy metal band that was founded in 2015 in Helsinki by guitarist and songwriter Anton Kabanen. They have one previous album, 2017 Berserker. Would you like to suck my cock, Berserker? Would you like some making fuck, Berserker? Did he just say making fuck?
What is that?
Oh, come on. You don't know that reference.
I have no idea what the hell that is, dude.
Ain't you never
seen Clerks? Okay, I've seen Clerks. It's been a while. I
Remember,
don't
like
recall
the guy,
that,
the guy brings along like his Russian friend. He's like, oh, he's in a band.
No.
He's like sing one of your songs, and he starts singing Berserker. And so one of the lines is, "Would you like some making fuck?" And the girl in the scene, she's like, "Did he just say making fuck?"
That's great.
I think the name of the band was like fucking Yankee Blue Jeans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Anyway, so Berserker 2017, and then the latest from Hell with Love 2019. They've got music videos, Jesse. They've got Blind and Frozen, for those of you that want to build a snowman, from 2017. Born Again 2017. We did a Metal Hammer of Doom extra for Sweet True Lies. That wonderful story. And then Die by the Blade, another song off this album. So let's get into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's hit this.
Now that the Beast in Black got all up in your ass, are you ready to cry out for a hero?
Oh, bring it on.
Bang a gong. That song kicks so much ass, I can't even believe it.
I can't even believe it. Dude, it is a great opener for this album. I mean, it
really is.
I had
a lot of fun listening to this album. Let me just say that right off the bat. Like, as much bullshit as we've been talking tonight, I have to say, for the first time in a long time, like I listened to something out of the clear blue sky and it was like, finally, like this album is just pure happiness for me.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. There's something to be said that this being the second album from this band, they reek of 80s nostalgia, but when it comes to keeping it, almost like it feels fresh. It doesn't feel old, It just feels so fresh, and it's heavy. It's this opener. I mean, you get just about everything that you're expecting for this album here. You want to see what happens in this song throughout the album. It's fast paced. It's powerful. It's got this epic feel. It's got this great guitar solo in there. And our people need a hero, folks. Now, some of the reviews that I was reading said that this first song is actually based off of Fist of the North Star, which is an anime. And I read some other stuff where they said that the guy behind this band is a big anime fan. So have you ever watched Fist of the North Star or read
When
it?
I was in high school, I watched Fist of the North Star. I was kind of forced to. Like, all my friends were just in love with anime, Akira. Like, now, we're talking, this is the 90s, so I think, I don't remember when all this stuff like actually came out, but I feel like the 90s is when suburban white folk got a hold of it. And
that's called the video store, sir.
And blew it the fuck up. Okay, so Akira and Fist of the North Star was everywhere, and I was like, "You're all nerds, you fucking losers." I didn't get it. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing, but I knew it was a thing.
Yeah. This according to this, anime this anime came out in the 1980s, Fist of the North Star. Now, I never read. I knew it was a comic because I actually have one of the comics, but I've never read it yet. I got one of the mangas sitting down here, but I've heard of Fist of the North Star. It's like one of the more popular ones. Just like you said, you had Akira, which was a huge anime. Matter of fact, I just watched Cinemasker, the guys on YouTube, Angry Video Game Nerd. They did a review, rental review of Akira just recently. So it's interesting that we're heading back and we're also talking about Fist of the North Star. But either way, Cry Out for a Hero. Wow. You know, what a song. You know, great opener for this album. And just get ready, folks, because there's more of this coming.
Yep. All right. This is our title track. This is To Hell with Love. Oh, Jesse, open your wings and take me inside.
What kind of drums are those? I mean, are they just electric drums? Is that what that is?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say, yeah. Dude, first of all, when that first song started out, were you like, oh, fuck, get some more some more bullshit, Bring Me the Horizon shit? You know, because like that opening little solo there with the keyboard, and I was just like, oh, shit, I'm just burning, doing the Neutron dance.
And the thing is that this has, I think the synths and the synths, trying to enunciate,
the synth and sensibility.
Yes, I think they do have a place in power metal for sure. I mean, obviously, sometimes that's. Well, actually, this band feels like it's built around synths. A lot of the songs, you can tell that that's the case, but. You know, I wasn't too scared. No, when I first heard that the beginning of this song, I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." I was kind of excited. I think they have a place in metal sometimes, and I actually dig it. One of my, the band I keep talking about, Scar Symmetry, they in their last album, it felt like they were going more of this disco vibe all of a sudden, and you're like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then, I mean, it just as soon as the metal took over. You're like, well, this fucking fits. There's no doubt about it. That belonged there. It fits. Oh, it fits.
There we go.
So from Hell with Love, man, I mean, they're still keeping the pace up, and everything feels great so far.
Yeah, so we're having fun with this. All right, this next one, as I said, we did a Metal Hammer of Doom extra on. This is Sweet True Lies. This is a sad story about a girl and a boy, and the boy cheats, and the girl fucks him up.
Baby, baby, tell me more of your lies. Pain, still not enough to let go. Have you found this way? Is that
Let me tell you something, Jesse Starcher. When any girl tells you she loves you, it's always a lie, but you believe it. All girls lie.
Sweet.
All girls lie when they tell you they love you. You know that, right?
Well, is that the case?
Yes.
Okay.
Not just.
All right.
I'm not just saying you, like you, Jesse Starcher. I mean, like all men.
Oh, all right. Gotcha. Some sweet true lies they tell
That's right.
to try and get me in bed. Well, all right. I know I'm a catch.
They're trying to get something. I don't know what the deal is.
Trust me, it ain't getting me in bed. We already talked about how they much rather us not be there.
Women are a very sneaky bunch. Anyway, this song is so good. Like like just trying to disconnect myself from the video, just listening. Like I'm joking around about the lyrics and everything, but the lyrics are so good. Like that baby, tell me all of your lies. Just that whole bit. I dig it, man. I wanted to say this also from Hell with Love, how danceable these songs are. Like you don't you don't necessarily attribute like danceable to heavy metal. You attribute punch the guy next to you in the face. Throw your elbows in the air like you just don't care. But I'm like ready to like boot scoot around my living room. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. This right here, one of the words that they used, especially for this song, was commercial. Okay, and here we always talk about stuff like that in a negative context usually, but I would love to hear one of these songs on the radio. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think that is kind of like where this belongs, and it's good. It's a great song for radio. So yeah, talking about dancing. Well, hell yeah. I mean, there's, I'd put this on, and if I'm dancing, I'm sure other people are going to join in. This is meant to be heard by the masses.
My son is showing a predilection to a degree for like the power metal, like 80s style metal. I haven't played this for him just yet, but I'm taking him to school on Friday because my wife actually was planning on abandoning me for Valentine's Day. Apparently, a news crew is showing up to her school on Friday, but like really early in the morning. So she wanted to make sure she got there with my daughter. So she was thinking about like staying at my in-laws, so that way they would have, they wouldn't have to get up so early. They could get up a little bit later because it's closer. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's Valentine's Day, and you're gonna fucking just leave me home alone. And it's just like totally like laid on the thick guilt trip. You know
way
what I mean?
To go, yeah.
I was like, that's great, Melissa. Thanks. Wait, I guess I'll find some
She's
other.
Like, I want to be on TV, Mark.
I guess I'll find some other coworker to work with. All the women I work with.
All them hotsy totsies.
All those sweet, telling true lie women. So we. So she said I was being a big baby, which I was. Okay. So she was like, "All right, but never mind. How about this? We'll compromise." And the compromise was that I would take Jonas to school on Friday. And she would go do her thing and get up super early and go be on this newscast. So that's cool. So I think I'm gonna, to the point of that ridiculous rant was, I'm gonna play him some Beast in Black on Friday and see if he digs it.
Oh yeah, I think he would. Is he getting this from when you had the opportunity to share with him the Rocky soundtrack, or not the Rocky soundtrack? Well, I should say Rocky soundtracks, because we did do that plenty, I'm sure. But the Rocky movies as well, right?
Yeah. Like, he picked up hard on the Rocky IV soundtrack. And there were very specific songs that he liked and some that he did not like. Loved Hearts on Fire. Loved No Easy Way Out. Not a huge fan of Kenny Loggins, as we've discussed. So. All right.
That's great.
I'm going to give the old voice box a rest here as we proceed. This is Repentless.
Unholy
Well, I don't know about you, but that song makes me want to bathe in the blood of my enemies.
Repentless. More keyboards. I think we have some key changes near the end of that song. And how good is Giannis Papadopoulos' vocals?
Yeah,
I mean,
as soon as that
wow.
song started off, I was, I could hear the little metal guy in my brain go, metal! Like, that was like
sir.
straight up metal cheese right there. But it's so good. But it's funny because like you hear the first three and you're just like, hey, this is some pretty danceable metal here. This is happy metal. And then you get to this one, like the next one, you're like, oh, now we're into the battle metal. Like we're moving all over the road here. We're not getting samey. This is some good stuff.
That's good. Yeah, that's important, especially when you're dealing with the nostalgic '80s power metal. You're worried at some point, like, okay, well, that's the same as the last song, and that's the same. That does not happen at all in this album. Not one song do I sit there and go, okay, enough. No, they do a great job. As a matter of fact, I think at one point we get some what I feel is Viking metal. I don't know if it was that one or no, I don't think it was. I think it's near the end. But either way, it's just they're doing a great job with what we have, with what they have, and they're using every facet of every instrument that they know so well to bring some of the greatest songs that I've heard in quite a while when it comes to power metal.
Yeah. So we've been like uber positive about this album. Let's hear from somebody who was not quite so impressed. What did the Angry Metal Guy think?
Angry Metal Guy. He gave this album two stars out. Or well, he gives it a 2 out of 5. Okay,
that's way low. That's way too low.
It is, and you will find that, of course, he is the Angry Metal Guy. So I don't know if it's shtick or not. Usually, most of his reviews are pretty on point, in my opinion. And if you look at the rest of the people who actually reviewed this album, they are usually giving it fairly decent marks. But yeah, let's just take a look and see which one of the things that he mentioned. We got to look at some of the negative stuff. Does he have anything to say specifically about Repentless? I don't see anything here, but okay. All right. He talks about Cry Out for a Hero based on Fist of the North Star, knockout of a heavy metal cut. We can agree with that. We just said that. This next paragraph, he says, unfortunately, everything sandwiched in between the two tracks, he's talking about Cry Out for a Hero and something else there, No Surrender. And he says, everything sandwiched between these two tracks is a bizarrely inconsistent mishmash of okay power metal tunes and legitimately awful songwriting choices. Repentless, aside from cribbing the joke that this is the title of one of Slayer's worst records, is a decent piece of Sabaton worship. Okay, all right. Well, I can feel Sabaton in that song.
Sure.
I don't know much about Slayer's bad albums. Is Repentless their worst album?
The problem with Slayer is that after a certain point, they all just sounded like a Slayer album.
Okay.
They were like 2 or 3 late Slayer albums that were indiscernible from each other.
Uh-huh. Well, as for a mishmash of okay power metal tunes, this guy must really listen to a lot of good power metal then, because this is good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is really good stuff. I don't know. I really don't know what he's comparing it to, but he is the Angry Metal Guy. So
yeah,
you got to give him that. He mentions a few other songs on here that when we get to Unlimited Sin, he talked about how it was plagiarizing Megalovania. Now, Mark, I know you don't know much about video games. You probably have no idea when I talk about the video game Undertale.
I play Lego games.
Yes. So Megalovania is one of the more popular songs from Undertale, and I did just a quick comparison of Unlimited Sin. I know we haven't got to that track yet, but I listened to that and compared it to Megalovania, and I couldn't pick it up. So I don't know what the hell he's talking about there either. So as far as this review goes, I mean, hey, he's the Angry Metal Guy. Okay, maybe it takes a lot more to impress him than it does us. We'll give him that.
All right, let's move on here. This is the second video that they did for this album. This is Die by the Blade.
In total absence of light, we meet again. Equal in strength, my nemesis, my only friend. Abysmal oceans roar with immortal hate. Imbued with blistering rage, you will ride the wave. Fight until you die by the blade of the one you hate. End of reason, end of the game. Die by the blade of the one you hate with all your heart.
So their list of influences, right? Their list of influences are Judas Priest, speaking of which, Manowar, Wasp, Accept, and Black Sabbath. But you know what I heard a little bit there in the vocals? Dee Snider, Twisted Sister.
Oh, interesting.
Oh!
Well, that fits. Let me look here. I like that song, by the way. I still, this album still has me going. I'm enjoying myself. I guess if I was to say, did it stand out amongst the rest of them? I mean, it's still a great song, but it's just not one of the top ones off of here, in my opinion. Either way, Die by the Blade's still heavy. It's still rocking. But man, it's built around, again, it's built around them keyboards, them synths. And you could just, you're transported back in time. Let me read this to you here real quick. This is off of metalstorm.net. Some of them, he's talking about the tracks, some of them could have even been featured in Rocky IV in the scenes where Sylvester Stallone is training hard in order to face Ivan Drago, with the former being the underdog. And I guess the band included the bonus cover of, wait to that. I'm not going to give that away.
No.
Because they are proud of their cheese crafting influences. They say cheese a lot in these reviews, and I mean, okay, I get that. Sure, it's 80s cheese. That's probably our easiest way to describe it. But cheese has such a a negative connotation to it that I really don't like describing this album like that. I really don't.
I think you use cheese like with a Steel Panther kind of a thing, where you're deliberately over the top. Whereas this isn't necessarily parodying the medium, it's existing within the medium.
Exactly.
So I don't even know if I would call it. I mean, I used cheese earlier because I too kind of rested on my laurels, and I'm ashamed of myself now. But
go beat yourself like Pilgrim.
There you go. Oh, reference.
Oh, that hurts.
Ow. I hurt myself today to see if I could feel. I focus on the pain. The only thing that's real. But yeah, I would say Beast in Black are authentically aping the 80s metal genre.
I don't even call it aping. I mean, it feels like, just like you said, they exist in it.
Yeah.
It's them in there. You can't say, just because a genre is gone for a little while and somebody brings it back, that doesn't mean that they're imitating it. And I think that's what a lot of people get hung up on. It's like, oh, these guys are imitating. As far as I know, I don't know much about the band outside of what we've listened to.
Maybe another way of describing it is they're sort of existing in a vacuum.
Okay.
where time has not done away with the genre or painted it in a corner somewhere. They are firmly within that genre, as authentic and as honest as they can be, without the confines of time dictating that they should be something else.
I like it. I like it.
All right. This next one is called Ocean Deep.
Balls deep. I mean, ocean deep.
You speak to me through dreams. Your love transcends mortality. Oh, the thread of life is barely in my grasp, for I crave to be with you more than anything. I'm longing ocean deep. There's no remedy, chasing ghosts and dreams. Lost felicity somewhere ocean deep. In my memories, the wound inside won't heal until we join in eternal sleep. You reach to me so sublime, from beyond where you rest in peace. Oh, you stay a while, then fade away with a smile, but never truly disappear. I'm longing ocean deep. There's no remedy, chasing ghosts and dreams. Lost felicity somewhere ocean deep.
All right, I fucking tried with that one. So we have come to a song that I not only think should be cut, but I do not like. And that was almost 6 minutes, and I played it just about to the halfway mark. And I'm like, I'm trying to give this song time. Here's the problem. This is the wrong band doing this song. This song needed to be done by, like, Nightwish. You know, Tarzan needed to get all up in this song. I would have even accepted maybe, you know, from straight out of Italy, Jesse's Bow. Fucking, oh God, what's the name of the band that you're in love with? The Italian chick?
Oh, oh my gosh, Mark Radulich. She's so hot, and I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, what is the name? Lacuna Coil.
Yeah.
What's her face?
Yeah, Lacuna Coil. Like,
gosh dang it.
there's too much tremble in the vocalization in that song. Makes it sound kind of pussy. Makes it sound a little like that song needed to be like definitely sung in a high pitch, but more powerful. Like that needed some operatic vocals for me. It's I don't know. It seemed a little too Tinkerbell, a little too Pixie Dust, a little too fantasy. You know, but it misses the mark for me.
Okay. I had the opportunity last week to hop onto Spotify and listen to the previous album. I don't normally do that. I try to familiarize myself with the band, and sometimes if I can find the time to do so, I will go back and listen to a previous album if I don't know much about the band. And I did that. I went back and listened to Berserker. So to tell you that I was surprised that they stuck this song in the middle of the album would be a lie, because Berserker followed the same
true
formula.
lie.
It would be a bald-faced lie, sir. I am bald, and I do have a face.
Oh, ow.
Oh, he's bald. I saw that formula, and it struck me before this album even got released. I was like, this feels like something they're going to do in the next one. Heavy, 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 heavy. Let's break it up with something that's slower paced.
Here's the problem. Like, I don't mind the fact they broke it up with a slower paced song. That's typical for just about any album. My problem is the song sucks.
Okay. Can we at least give Giannis props for making me look twice to see if a guest vocalist showed up? Because I'm...
All right, yeah, he does a great job of sounding like a pussy girl. Congratulations. Fagala? No, just Mary.
Soft, delicate vocals are fine, sir. What did you preference?
What, Fagala? Just Mary? That's from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Thank you.
This looks like it's from Wakanda.
Guess what? Now, I've seen that, sir.
Hey, Jesse, what's going on in this video?
Oh, gosh. I can't wait to... I don't know how and how I'm going to edit that, and when I edit it, I don't know who's going to be cringing more. Is it going to be me listening to myself cringe, or when I was originally cringing? It's going to be interesting. Whew. Stay tuned, folks. Source material coming at you this Monday. Ocean Deep. I mean, I saw it coming. It's
like Deborah Wool on John Bernthal. It's balls deep.
Get her done. All right, then.
All right, let's move on. Let's move away from this nonsense. Let's get to some unlimited motherfucking sin. It's funny where music takes you, because I'm listening to that, right? And immediately, I was thinking about what I said before about playing this for my son later, and immediately then I flashed forward like 10 years, 10, 11 years, and he's driving and he's listening to like 80s power metal and driving an IROC.
He's going to be the guy when all the self-driving cars are out. He's going to be the one that owns the gas-powered beast.
Yeah, like
and
he's going to be driving a Mustang or some shit, listening to this. Like his gym mix is going to be all like Bon Jovi and fucking Striper. This,
yeah, hell yeah, get it, Jonas. That's what I like to hear.
God, I say that now. God only knows what he's going to end up like. But I just that's immediately the picture I had of him being that kind of a douchebag, you know. Anyway, Unlimited Sin, Unlimited Power, fucking awesome. What a recovery.
Yeah, this is top 3 for me off of this album. I really, really like this song. And I know Anton was with Battle Beast up until, I think they said, in 2015. So, Battle Beast, we're covering later this year, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait because have you had a chance to listen to Battle Beast's last album, Bringer of Pain?
I feel like I did. Like, I feel like I gave it a run through initially when it came out, and then that was it. I'm sure I liked
Wayside.
Yeah, there was a lot of music I listened to last year.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that one stuck out to me. The Bringer of Pain, I listened to it. I don't know what turned me on to it. I don't know if it was something off of this show or if it was something else, but either way, I can see the influence. If you compare the song that we just listened to probably King for a Day off of Bringer of Pain, you're going to be able to see his influence, even though he wasn't around in that band at the time. Oh my gosh, you can draw parallels pretty easily. But yeah, that makes me all the more excited to cover Battle Beast when that album drops, when their new album drops. So, but yeah, either way, Unlimited Sin. I mean, like I said, top 3, probably one of the easier, better ones off of here. And just like you said, a great recovery from Ocean Deep. Yes, bring us back into the power metal.
All right, this next one is called True Believer. All I can think about when I hear that is like this mashup in my head of Footloose and oh gosh, what Maniac? What the fuck was that? Flashdance.
Flashdance.
Yeah, all I can think about is some girl in like her tights and those big socks that they wore, and it's just good. It's like her warming up to in the song Maniac, and then flashing over, and then there's Kevin Bacon and he's dancing in a barn somewhere.
If I would love to sit down and listen to the pre-production of this album and that song right there without the heavy metal guitars, because it would straight up, I mean, right out of 1986.
Yeah, I got a lot of Holding Out for a Hero on that one.
Oh gosh, man, and that's a credit to the mixing and production of this album. Where I need to hear right there at the beginning. Right there at the beginning, you have that throwback synth pop feel, and then the shit hits the fan when the guitars get in there, and it's just like, oh, it blends so well. You could try this with any other band, and they would fail miserably. But I think that Beast in Black is pulling this off without a hitch.
Indeed. All right. We're getting to the last couple of... Well,
get your Viking metal hat on, Mark Radulich.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to... These last 3 songs, we're going to medley.
Are we medleying?
We're going to medley. We're going to medley the last 2 songs, and then we're going to medley the 2 covers, and then we're going to get out of here. You ready?
All right. I'm ready. Let's rock and roll.
All right. So this is a medley of This Is War, Heart of Steel, and No Surrender, motherfuckers. All right, here's the problem, right?
Oh,
I love all three of those songs.
that's not a problem, sir.
Here's the thing, right? All three of those songs are fucking great, but everything I've already said about this album, I've already said, and that's why I just medleyed those three out. It was like, all right, yeah, this song, they're great. I want to bathe in I want to bathe in the blood of my enemies. I want to, I want to burn the fields. I want to steal the women. And I want to march on. Those songs were full of victory. I'm hard as a rock, and I'm ready to fight.
Oh my! Oh no! Well then,
No, in all seriousness, those songs are a fucking triumph, and it's a great way to end the album.
Yeah, agreed, man.
Cut
This
fucking
is war.
Oceans Deep, and this song is tight.
This is War is probably my favorite of the three, but that's not that's not to downgrade the other two that bad because they're still good. Heart of Steel and No Surrender sound like shit that fell off of an 80s soundtrack. Those titles alone, you're just like, well, that belongs somewhere. Somebody just picked it up and put it on their own album or something. I mean, there's not much more that you can say. I know we're getting into the cover. So this original content from this band on this album is flat out fantastic. I had a great time listening to it.
I'll tell you right now, go get your spreadsheet out. I'm going to give this album an A.
A it is. A or A+. It's not enough to get an A+?
Oceans Deep, man.
There it is. All right, then. I understand. I understand what you're saying. You know what? before we get into the covers, I'll give my final review of the album, and then, we'll kind of talk about, I know we got one cover we definitely want to at least give some props to. But here's my final thoughts. Simply put, Beast in Black has earned the top spot for 2019 on my list of what we've reviewed so far.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to beat. Like, I'm going to need some, Prophets of Rage to come out and fucking tell me about drones to top this.
Its nostalgic feel, laden with powerful riffs, headbanging synths, and sometimes ear-splitting vocals make Beast in Black just enough, if you're going to use the word cheese, to fill my belly without the hangover constipation, which means, Mark Radulich, I will keep coming back to this band.
Outstanding. All right. So this first cover is Killed by Death, as we said, I believe is Motorhead. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And then Robert Tepper. Oh, shit. Let me tell you about this. I usually will wake up in the middle of the night, and if it's late enough on a Friday, early enough on a Friday morning that I've woken up, I'll start playing with my phone. I'll go into Spotify and I'll start downloading the albums that are new releases for that week that I want to listen to, or whatever we're covering on the Metal Hammer of Doom, whatever. Start setting up my playlist for the week. I see the track listing for this. I see No Easy Way Out. I get out of bed.
Wait a second. You rub your eyes? You're like, I didn't see that right.
I have to get out of bed. I go into the living room. I put the phone to my ear, and I hear Robert Tepper's No Easy Way Out. And I'm like, oh my God, Christmas has come early.
Oh, wow.
All right, so let's do it up. First, we're going to hear a little Killed by Death, and then we're going to rock out with our cocks out, because there's no easy way out.
I don't wanna pacify you. I don't wanna drag you down. But I'm feeling like a prisoner, like a stranger in a no-name town. I see all the angry faces, afraid that could be you and me. Talking about what it might have been. I'm thinking about what it used to be. There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out. Giving in can't be wrong.
Jesse, what I need you,
yes, sir.
what I need you to do is go around work tomorrow, and to every man, woman, and child say, "If you squeeze my lizard, I'll put my snake on you," and tell me how long. And tell me how long it takes before they send you to human resources.
Okay. I understand they probably picked Motorhead to do a tribute to their influences, but it, again, is something that, first off, I don't know much Motorhead, so I didn't recognize the song. And then I jump into dissecting the lyrics, and I don't understand what the hell happens in that song, because it's all about we get this immediate sexual reference right there at the beginning, and then all of a sudden the song is called "Killed by Death." All right, "Killed by Death." Think about it.
As opposed to killed by, see, typo negative. Life is killing me. That's fun. That's playing with words. Killed by death. You certainly are, Motorhead.
Put it right there on the, he went in for an autopsy. Well, what was the result, Doc? He was killed by death. Oh, okay.
Terrific.
Anyway, all right. Just let's. I had that listed as probably one of the songs we could have left off of here. Now, when we get to like the perfect cover of all perfect covers, "No Easy Way Out." I mean, that is what this band was built for, wasn't it?
Yeah. My only wish with this is that it's a little raspy in the vocals. I wish he had done it a bit cleaner. Clearly, he's capable of cleaner vocals.
No,
we've heard
the point of that is to make it Beast in Black.
Stop saying
That's the
no
point.
to me.
I'm sorry you dislike their cover of the song.
I don't dislike it. Whoa, easy. Take it easy. Jesse Starcher is the Beast in Black. My goodness. No, I remember my initial reaction to it was I was a bit jarred because I was expecting clean vocals and I got raspy.
Okay.
But hearing it a second time, I'm like, no, I dig it. Needs a little bit more. Also, here's the thing: it's not perfect. It needs clean vocals and it needs a bit more double bass.
Okay. All right. Well, you are the cover master. I mean, you are the cover man. I respect your opinion on that because you know how I feel about covers. It takes a lot to impress me with a cover. Okay. This band, like I said, was built for that song.
No, totally.
And when I heard it,
they just messed
it was
it
so
up.
funny. You send me the message on Messenger, and I had not had a chance to listen to the album at all yet. And all of a sudden, I was just like you. I was all excited. I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me! This is on this album." And it's so funny, ladies and gentlemen. Go back in the archives. We just recently did our coverage of the Rocky IV soundtrack, so it fit in so well. And I'm glad Beast in Black did it, and they did it. They did a fine job, Mark Radulich. A fine job.
I agree. A fine job. Could have been better.
Job. Moving on.
All right. Speaking of moving on, what do we got loaded up for bear over the next few weeks here on the Metal Hammer of Doom? Well, the beat goes on, motherfuckers. Next week, we roll out the red carpet. We sprinkle the rose petals. The banners fly up and the trumpets blare. We welcome you home to Avantasia.
Okay.
You're not excited.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. They have to impress me. I was not I was not happy with the last.
Yeah,
effort
the
that
last
they gave.
album, the last one we did was a little lacking. But this
not
one I
memorable.
swear will be better.
Oh yeah, really?
I swears
Oh,
it.
jeez.
I swears
Okay.
it. The following week is Dream Theater. New album. See Jesse's comments about
Anti-aircraft.
Avantasia.
Well, anti-aircraft drums, that's amazing. I mean, you can't beat anti-aircraft. Check out the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra when that hits. Mark Radulich probably done forgot about the anti-aircraft drums. So
March 6th, we've got Queensryche, The Verdict. On March 13th is In Flames, The Mask.
ooh, that's been a bit of a bone of contention with people too.
Oh, has it?
That In Flames, yeah, I've heard some pretty negative stuff.
All right, well, terrific. Now I'm excited. I will not be here the week of the 20th. I don't know what Jesse's going to do, but Jesse's that whole week is Jesse takes over the Radulich Broadcasting Network.
Woo!
What's he going to
Pants
do?
off.
Who the fuck knows? It's going to be a
Balls
pants.
out.
Going to be a pants off, dance off. We come back on the 27th. Now, this is going to be an interesting week for you, Jesse, because you're going to be doing Scooby-Doo Apocalypse on Source Material. Then you're going to be on Damn You Hollywood for a Netflix movie, the biopic, The Dirt, Motley Crue, on
Yeah,
Netflix.
buddy.
Yeah.
That's
Then
fun.
we celebrate Motley Crue once again, my friends, with Motley Crue's greatest hits. And then there's an on trial for Scooby-Doo. So I don't know what Scooby-Doo and Motley Crue have to do with one another, but we got it all over the metal. We got it all over that week.
You might be able to say that the Scooby-Doo gang is quite the Motley Crue.
Oh, hey.
Yes,
Oh, it fits. Look, a Scooby snack up the ass. All right. April 3rd, Children of Bodom, new album. Hopefully this album won't produce yet another terrible show, like the last one did. And then, because it's WrestleMania week, bitches, April 10th, it's all wrestling music all the time. I don't know what we're going to listen to. All I know is that I'm going to Moffitt that day, so I'm either going to be depressed or in a really great mood. How about that?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got another CAT scan and doctor visit that day. Stay
Good
hyped.
stuff. You gotta be getting clear of the snots there, friend.
Yeah.
Take care of the snots first, and then go in there and wow them.
Show off my pretty lungs.
Wow them, wow them with those pretty lungs. We can see everything, and everything looks great.
On April 17th, we've got Overkill, The Wings of War. Now, there's no show the week of the 24th. Instead, we'll be doing a TV party for the Orville, because Tuesday night, I will be living a dream. Whatever happens on the 10th when I go to Moffitt for my cancer appointment, it won't matter, because 2 weeks later, if I, even if I have cancer again, that'll be okay, because I'm going to see Whitesnake. Here I go again. Did you die on me, Jesse? We seem to have lost Jesse. All right. Let's see if we can get him back here. Do. Hang on. Boop boop.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
And we're back. All right. Let's Jesse there momentarily. Jesse, I was saying that even if I have cancer again, it'll all be worth it because I'm going to see Whitesnake 2 weeks later.
Oh, nice. Very nice. that might actually cure cancer if you
That's
get
right.
there.
Oh, yeah. Dave and his Coverdale. He'll slip it in and cure my cancer. That's what I believe.
Nice.
No, I'm a big Whitesnake fan. This is on my bucket list. So I'm really excited. But that's why we're not doing a show that week. We'll be instead Robert Winfrey and Alexis Hannah will be reviewing Pet Sematary. Yes, I got out of another horror movie. And then Jesse and I, assuming it's wrapped up by then, will be reviewing the second season of The Orville, which has been phenomenal so far.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
But we come back May 1st. We're going to hold our Heathen Hammers high. Oh, shit, Jesse. It's Twar. You ready? Ready for some Viking metal?
I have no idea what the hell that is. I've never heard of that band, so
TYR?
I will be excited,
Twar?
though.
I've how you pronounce
not
it?
been there. No clue.
Oh,
But
hold your
I'll
Heathen
be
Hammer
excited.
high. You ready?
You've played that. You've either played that for me or I've heard it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I'm excited. I like Viking metal.
All right. We get move further into May here. You wanted to know when we're doing Battle Beast.
Yeah, buddy.
May 8th, buddy. And we keep it going with the folk metal. May 15th, Illuvidi Atagnatos.
Great. That'll be fun to pronounce.
Yeah, that'll be great. So, then we cleanse the palate of all this foreign folk and Viking metal with some straight up hardcore motherfucking Sworn Enemy. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Do you like some Sworn Enemy, Jesse? I know you do.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
And then it's Jesse's pick. Jesse gets one pick a year, and he picked it.
Oh no! Is it a Legion? Legion is making. Oh my gosh! I cannot fucking wait.
May 29th, baby doll. And then that's it. That's as far as we've planned out so far. So we've got all of our shows planned out to the end of May.
That is awesome.
Which, by the way, we got to do more recordings for the Metal Hammer of Doom. Can't do it this Sunday because I'm going to be John the Fisherman. But February 24th, you and I need to get together and figure out some videos to make fun of.
Oh, I've got a perfect one for a Legion if we get that far. So, that'll
you know me. I'm down to record 2 months out.
I know you are, sir. I'm just glad we're not doing 3 videos a band anymore. That was doing 3 months out on that it got grueling. Got grueling and long, and Mark Radulich about fell asleep in the middle of the day. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. A little bit much for this old man. All right. My voice is going. I got to take a shit. It's dark out and there are wolves after me. Hit it, Johnny.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, go give the Radulich In Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. All sorts of great content right there for the picking. Ripe for the picking. Now, you can listen to us on just about any podcast platform out there. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on TuneIn Radio. We're right here at home on Spreaker.com. And just check us out. You can leave a comment, review, whatever you want to do. But that we provide this show for you, and I hope that you take some enjoyment out of what we provide. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Mark Radulich, I'm Jesse Starcher. Mark Radulich, sign us the hell on up out of here.
We look forward to offending you in the future. Good night, y'all.
The all-new Toyota RAV4 asks, what if? What if your ride was refined and rugged at the same time? Introducing a car that's got style and substance to spare. The all-new RAV4 Limited, featuring a sophisticated, muscular new exterior and available options like a premium JBL audio system and panoramic roof. The all-new RAV4 Limited. Toyota, let's go places. JBL and Clarifier, registered trademarks of Harman International Industries Incorporated.
Napa know-how.
Right now, you can get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium Battery. Its durability and power make it the obvious choice for people who hate getting stranded by a dead car battery. So pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores and Napa Auto Care Centers. Limit 2 per household while supplies last. Offer ends 2/28/19.